right, my minions. Yes, I appreciate you being here with me, with Nemesis Group. I really greatly appreciate it. Y'all have no idea how much I appreciate it. So I wanted to discuss with you today what I like to call the unpleasant. The domain of the unpleasant is the domain that us security professionals live in. It's our world, it's our realm. And I use security professional as a catch-all for, anyone who works security field, future recovery, private investigations, things of that nature, to law enforcement, to military professionals. Like, it's all catch-all for me. We're all security professionals. What we do, we signed up to protect, to serve, and to defend. So for us security professionals, and for you inspiring security professionals, pay attention. The world we live in is what I like to call the unpleasant. It is oftentimes the worst that humanity has to offer. We're constantly dealing with rape, murder, theft, grand theft, fires, kidnappings, child molestation, human trafficking. That basically means, for those of you that don't know, as is modern day slavery in every aspect possible. It's just modern day slavery, and it takes its toll. But we are literally dealing with and living in the worst that humanity has to offer. And it was just, we're there on everyone's worst day. Forgive me, the bugs are out. Everyone's worst day, a mother's worst day. Dealing with children who are scared kids, hiding in the closet, watching their mother and sister be raped and murdered. People getting their belongings stolen and may never retrieve it. Crime in its worst form, even petty crime, identity theft. People's lives are ruined forever. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, the worst thing for me is rape and anything having to do with kids. I can't stand it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It's unforgivable. And stone them all. Stone them. That's just mind-numbing, spine-chilling. But we deal with that. We live in the unpleasant. That's the unpleasant. Everyone's worst day. And it's a constant. We're either going, basically, it's a job of boredom. And it's a good thing. Sucks for us, but being bored is a good thing. That means no one's dead, no one's dying, no one's doing anything stupid. So us being bored is a good thing. It sucks for us, but that means everybody else is safe and protected and going on with their lives, and that's good, and I love that. My kids are safe, my wife is safe, everyone I care about and know is safe and happy and thriving and so on and so on. So, but this is what we signed up for. We run towards the fire, we run towards the danger. And it's, occupational hazard, but that is what we signed up for regardless. We've taken an oath of some sort to deal with this. Even on an average day, when we're involved with the public, don't get me wrong, there are, humanitarian aid, and there's, outreach and, community service and these other things that we do, but those are few and far between in the grand scheme of things of our purpose. Even on a calm day, peaceful day, when we're involved, I have to get directly involved with the public, we're enforcing a law that's going to be upsetting to them. Or we're even just telling people no. And the moment you tell someone no, the dynamic completely changes. No, or you're not allowed to do that. And like I said, if you're in it, you can relate. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not in it or have never been in it, you can't relate, and that's not a big deal. So I'm here to give you insight. And again, for those of you inspiring to do this, this is a reality that you have to wrap your head around. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It is necessary. Laws are created, which means laws have to be enforced. Regulations are created, which means regulations have to be enforced. We're not the creators to a degree, and we're still citizens and we can vote and everything else, but we're literally enforcing the laws of the people. And I know it pisses people off to no end when, especially with law enforcement, when they say, oh, we don't make the laws, we just enforce them, because in its simplicity, that is exactly what it is. We're enforcing the laws of the people. You're the people. If there's certain laws that you don't like, then it requires you to get up off, get out of here, mosquito. It requires you to get up off your ass and go do something about it. Write to your congressman, write to your city council, or vote those motherfuckers out that ain't doing their damn job and get someone in there who will. And I won't force the new laws. No. The Working Fugitive Recovery, we are literally tracking people down and bringing them back to jail. They've already been to jail. So we're bringing them back because they decide not to show up on their own. And some of these fugitives are gang affiliated. Some of them have a lot of weapons charges and drug charges, and or just are violent offenders. But that is the unpleasant. That is where we live. That is the realm of security professionals. We own that. And that is okay. We accept that. Again, occupational hazard. We know that every time we walk out that door, we may not be coming back. That is the risk we take. This is common, and this is also one part that's a common factor in it all, is we are typically, it just goes in waves, don't get me wrong, at least definitely in today's age, it's probably never been worse, generally speaking. But we're hated until we're needed, then everyone loves us, and then 5 minutes after we're done being needed, we're hated again. It is a thankless job. The pay is low, can be low, just depending on where you're working at. But it's what we do. It's what we enjoy doing. For some people, it's a calling. Living in the unpleasant, trying to make the world better. Everyone has their motives, their motivation. Some people it's a calling. Some people, me, I just want things at the very minimal. I want things better for my wife and my kids, and just those that I care about in general. Hopefully, when my kids get older, there won't be a need. In a perfect world, there's no need for security professionals, people like us. There's not. I should be a video game designer or a marine biologist. So, but we all know it's not a perfect world. But as the unpleasant, this is how I explain to people kind of what we do. If you're sitting in and this is also another thing, is that the price of security is paranoia, and oftentimes extreme paranoia. And this is why also. Anyone who does a rotation, either whose job is in a control center somewhere, tactical operations center, an operations center, anywhere where you're in command and control, it's almost like something out of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where you're in a room, or basically think of any spy movie at all. You're sitting in a room, there's a room, it's a dark room, you got computers all over the place, you got TV monitors all over the place, and there's news feeds all, playing, and you've got clocks with different time zones on it. That shit's real. Obviously, depending on where you work at and what you do, that's real. So now, for 8, 10, 12 or longer hours, you're literally just bombarded with kidnappings, rapes, terrorist attacks, human trafficking, theft, Amber Alert after Amber Alert after Amber Alert, just And that's one thing, again, like I said, that's what gets to me as well. Just anything dealing with kids, right to the heart for me. so, so we're constantly just bombarded with nothing but the negative. Again, the unpleasant. We live in the unpleasant. In the grand scheme of things, everything we do, it's either boredom or unpleasant. When we have to get involved, something bad has happened. Or we're trying to prevent something bad from happening, or we're trying to prevent something from getting worse. So now we're dealing with, not only are we dealing with the crime at hand, but now we're dealing with the emotional aspect that's involved, and with the victim. Now, let alone the environment that you're in. If you're working in an area where police or law enforcement, security, or whatever, isn't that successful, and you're fucking ice skating uphill with every case. So, even in the private sector, no one hires private security unless something bad has happened, or something bad is known to happen in certain areas. Most places don't have private security, so when someone wants to hire private security, something either bad has already happened, and now you're trying to prevent other bad things from happening, or for any situation to get worse, or bad things are known to happen, so people are kind of doing it preventatively. But people don't take preventative measures in areas where things go good on a regular basis. So, security professionals, we all live in the realm of the unpleasant. Some are worse than others. There are varying degrees of the unpleasant, but it's all unpleasant in some way or form. The realm is. Don't get me wrong, the job can be very fulfilling. Like, I enjoy what I do and the many things that I do, and I enjoy teaching and coaching and instructing, especially in the real world applications of everything. But there are certain realities that sink into people, and it makes them realize either this is or is not for them. And it's best for people to realize it now before they get too far invested. There's just a lot of things that just people do not tell you up front that I'm sure anyone in the security field, any security professional, wish they would have known, or someone would have talked to them about it prior to them getting involved. Wouldn't have necessarily deterred them from it, but it would have prepared them. Mental health. This stuff will weigh down on you if you can't vent, if you can't filter out, if you can't decompress. Divorce, domestic violence, it's all real. Or alcoholism, drug abuse. This is all unfortunate. All unfortunate. The negative ways that people are coping. Some are just self-destructive, and some were just explosive. Like I said, domestic violence, you're lashing out on everybody. Then it goes back to that vicious cycle. Kids watching their fathers beat their mothers because of the pressures of the job. So I'm going on a bit of a tyrannical rant here, but this shit's real. It really is. So I know I'm going from topic to topic to topic, but it's all involved in the realm of the unpleasant. You've got to learn to cope. You've got to be able to vent. You need personal time. You have to mental health. It's real. It's serious. Take care of yourself. Find a way to vent and know when to take a break and take time off when you need it. If you're used to running and gunning, you're out in the field constantly, you know what? Take a desk job for 6 months. Decompress. Get away from all the craziness. Get your shit together. Then go back out. Don't wait till it's too late and there's no coming back from whatever it is you do. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Do your best to separate work from home. When I walk out of the office, when I walk away from work, it stays home. I don't bring work with me. If you're calling me in for something, someone better be, and I know this is going to sound fucked up. I say it as a joke, but because we live at, we live and work in the unpleasant, it can oftentimes not be a joke. But I do tell people all the time, if you're calling me at home for work stuff, someone better be dead or dying. My family time, my family time, my personal time, my personal time. Work is work. Obviously, family and personal go hand in hand, but I separate work from everything else, unless it's emergency. And I understand things happen, don't get me wrong, but it's not a regular basis. I do not bring work home with me because unfortunately, I've seen that go bad too many times. So take care of yourself. So I hope that gave you understanding of what the unpleasant is, what the realm of security professionals are. Obviously each job's different: military, law enforcement, private security. I mean, there's so many variations and of what you can do. So the job is different for everyone. Responsibilities are different. But in the grand scheme of things, it's all protection, defense, and service. So do your own work. I believe I've covered everything that I wanted to cover on that. This is how I explain it to people. I live in the realm of the unpleasant. And this is what the unpleasant is. Different personalities, different attitudes, and humanity's worst, generally speaking. So, thank you again for joining. I got fun things coming down the road. I'm planning a Halloween special, which will be a giveaway. I'm not going to spoil what the Halloween special is, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining, and there will be a giveaway involved. Might be 2 giveaways. Haven't worked that out. Definitely at least one. I know how I want that one to work. But so look forward to that. I love Halloween. I love taking my kids trick-or-treating, and just the imagination of it all. It's just inspiring. I love just watching people's creativeness when they create costumes and stuff. And obviously candy is also a bonus. I have a sweet tooth from hell. I really do. I gotta watch myself. But that giveaway is coming soon, obviously in October. But yeah, giveaway, yes. Some other fun things coming up. Partnering, do my thing with Mike's Car Hole. We got some things coming in as well, because I've had some vehicle troubles. So he's gonna help me out with that. But yes, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all that good stuff. I got a really good comment from a YouTube person. I do apologize that it took me 5 days to respond because I was busy, but I do appreciate him sharing his story. So yeah, please comment. I do go on all of it. I do check them. I'll go reply to everything. So, but again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.